reversible fuel cell experiment that you're going to do as part of the circus this week. What I'm doing here basically on my windowsill at home is I'm using solar power and a reversible fuel cell to turn water into its component parts, which is hydrogen and oxygen. You see the reversible fuel cell there? I've introduced a very small amount of water into that earlier on, and the very small amount of energy we're getting from the winter Welsh sun is breaking the small amount of water that's in that reversible fuel cell into its two component parts. Of course, water is, the chemical formula is H2O. It's only made from those two very simple chemical elements, hydrogen and oxygen. And the hydrogen that's being collected from the water is being collected in this vessel, and the oxygen in that vessel. So we've got a hydrogen vessel and an oxygen vessel. I'm going to come back later and see if we produced any hydrogen. So this is 2 hours later, roughly, and as you can see, the hydrogen chamber within the cylinder is filled almost entirely with hydrogen. The oxygen is filled about halfway, and that's not because there's something wrong with the way the hydrogen is being broken up. It's because, of course, in every molecule of water there's two hydrogen atoms and only one oxygen atom. So in this experiment you always get twice as much hydrogen as you get oxygen. And now is I've removed the solar panel and I've attached a fan. Now this is a reversible fuel cell, as I mentioned earlier in the video, because it can actually work the other way around as well, not just put electricity into it and it breaks water into hydrogen and oxygen, but if you put hydrogen and oxygen into it, it creates electricity. Just need to connect the final terminal here, and let's see if we can turn the hydrogen and oxygen back into electricity via the reversible fuel cell, and the electricity back into movement. And there we go. And what the fan will do now, it'll gradually use up the hydrogen and oxygen. Now that fan is being fueled, I've got no batteries or anything in there, it's being fueled purely, it's being driven around purely by basically burning the hydrogen and the oxygen in the reversible fuel cell, which turns it into electricity and makes the fan turn around.